All right, what's up, family? Just thought I'd do this little video here for you. Landscaping curb appeal. Now you want that nice curb appeal in front of your house with the rocks or whatever it is. I just want to show y'all what we did here. Now, there's a reason I'm showing you this here, because this was the aftermath of a correction that we had to do. Let me show you what it originally looks like. I'll go right over here to the other side. Now you see, we done this side as well. You see all the grass growing through? And I'm gonna show you how we went from this to this. We did that a year ago. Never get grass no more. But I'm gonna show you how we prevent from getting grass. Look at this. Look at all over here, right? You see this, as you could clearly see, there's a lot of rocks. So we're gonna have to do all of this, the same way we did that over there. And never had a problem. As you can see, look, I can walk it all the way through for you. Although we did the proper thing as they tell you should do. For example, you dig it up, you put your weed and grass killer so don't grow grass, and then when you finish doing that, you put the felt, this here, that cloth. You put that cloth, that felt, you put that down there, and then you go ahead and put your rocks on top, right? We know the procedure, right? But as you can see, it don't matter if you put that felt. You see how the grass will always grow through that stuff. Always. I don't care what felt you put down. It will find a way through. So let me tell you what we did to prevent that. Because you know what a lot of people do. They're year after year, season after season, they got to keep putting down weed killer constantly, right? Grass and weed killer. That becomes expensive. And you got to keep doing that. You got to constantly be doing that. But this is how you do a no maintenance. Like I said, we did this about a year and a half ago. I never get any grass no more. But let's be honest with the video. As you can see, right? No grass. Now, towards the edge, of course, that's because it's towards the edge. But this was a year and a half ago. Now, if you come way over here, look at there on the edge. All that is because it's on the edge again. And obviously, I didn't put my prevention stuff all the way to the edge. But I'm going to tell you what we did to totally prevent any grass from forming, coming through, never again. And that was a simple thing of, instead of just using that felt that they say to use, like I said, this is a year and a half ago, maybe longer, maybe 2 years. Instead of just using that felt, what we did, we went with hard plastic boards. And so if you could find things around your house that you're no longer using, for example, like old floorboards, like the, what do you call it, like the pergola floorboards. You got like the floorboards you put together. If you got some added floorboards that you're no longer using, a lot of us, we got leftover material in our garages, in our basements, in our attics. Put those things to use. Like a real hard plastic, a thin hard plastic boards, old floorboards, stuff like that. And that's what we actually use to put, instead of that black felt cloth. No, that's not, the weed will grow through that. So we use a thick old plastic signs, old floorboards, stuff like that. And we took all the rocks up, because we was getting this right here, all the stuff coming through. So what we did, we picked all the rocks. Oh boy, it was a workout. We picked all these rocks up. It was buckets upon buckets and buckets and buckets and buckets. Picked all the rocks up. Picked up that felt crap that was doing nothing, just wasting our time and money. Picked that up. We put the weed killer down again. Then we put old floorboards down. We put thick plastic signs down. Stuff that the weed cannot grow through. And that's how you make it a maintenance-free area where you no longer have to, season after season, keep using pesticides and weed and grass killer. Like I said, look at this. Like I said, this is a year and a half ago. We don't never have to come out here and do this again, because we did it the proper way. We dug it up and did it the right way. Whereas, as you can see, this is wider and longer. And when we go around the corner, it is way long. So like I told my wife, it's gonna be a while before we do this one, but we are gonna do it because this gets quite annoying. Gotta constantly come out here, weed killer, weed killer, weed killer. No. I'm tired of doing weed killer. So we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna pull up all these rocks, and we're gonna get rid of that black felt, and then we're gonna put the weed and grass killer down, but then we're gonna put floorboards, plastic signs, or whatever, a thick piece of plastics down, and you will no longer be getting weeds no more. So that's how you prevent constant weeds coming through your stuff. You gotta go with a better material up under this stuff, opposed to just this black felt. This is not gonna, they will grow through this. This weed will grow through this every time. Look at this little one here. See, it will creep through. It will definitely creep through every time. So that's how you prevent that, folks. Much success on y'all journey as well. Peace. Because this is what you want. Maintenance free. You don't want to have to keep coming out here and like, oh, I gotta do weed and grass killer again and again and again. This is what you want. Maintenance free. A nice area that's maintenance free. So once again, much success on your journeys and your projects as well. But do it that way and you won't have to keep going over it again with weed killers and stuff like that. Peace, folks.